We were about 1,400 people on this little ship, and we sailed off one stormy night on the way to Palestine, then to Israel.
We are not going to be to enter the land of Palestine, the land of Israel, Eretz Israel, that we are being deported.
We had a hard time here in Cyprus.
And this was the place that at the beginning I was shocked.
Think of the situation. This was in 1948 when we didn't think about anything else but fighting, physical survival.
Which to the people, most of them having a number on their arm, was a bitter memory.
The story of the detention camps in Cyprus is a small episode in the history of the Jewish people's return to Zion. But for the 52,000 people who went through the camps in Cyprus, this was a period they will never forget. For those illegal immigrants who desperately tried to reach Palestine at that time, it's clear the chronicles of the Jewish people have not accorded this period the weight it deserves. Keren Hayesod had one clearly defined objective: to place this issue on the agenda of world Jewry. The people who work for Keren Hayesod are the ones who are responsible for the immigration of thousands of Jews from all over the world to Israel, and for the development of social and educational projects throughout the country. But even in their daily round of work, they know how to turn back the clock and to go back into history in order to remember, to learn, and to say thank you.
And we are coming here to commemorate a short, small chapter in Jewish history and the history of Israel, as it's the 50th anniversary of Israel. It's the story of the detention camp on Cyprus.
That we want to retrace history from the time of 1948, 47, 48, 49, when Jews were helped by Cyprus in their efforts to get to their promised land, the state of Israel.
The idea is that we Cyprus people, who in those times, difficult times, irrespective of ideology, sided with the people in the camps from 1946 to 1949.
There was no electricity, no running water, no nothing.
The president of Cyprus, Glapkos Skleridis, honored the delegation with his presence at the opening ceremony of this historical conference in Cyprus.
I am confident that these links between Israel and Cyprus will be further deepened and strengthened for the mutual benefit of our peoples, and there is no doubt that your presence here will contribute to the excellent relations already enjoyed by the two countries.
They transferred us, all the people, to a deportation ship.
During these 11 months, the only time I left the camp was when I took my wife to hospital, a British military hospital, to give birth, and a few days later to pick her up and go with her to the ship. Otherwise, I was never out of the camp.
And behind me, if you feel free to have a wander and have a look, you'll see some very old foundations, which may or may not be remains of permanent buildings that were here.
Das ist sehr emotional, hier zu stehen und zu sehen, wie die Leute da eingesperrt waren, die nach Israel gekommen waren, nach dem Holocaust.
A human being should not be able to let people who have been through the camps not to get into Israel. I don't understand it. It's just not understandable.
C'est vraiment très émouvant de se retrouver ici et personnellement, ça me fait très mal.
I was thinking there that I was about 1 year old. Yes. Es muy impresionante ver todo esto. Realmente se impresiona uno mucho, le llega al corazón.
When I see all these people coming from all over the world to express solidarity with what we passed 50 and more years ago, it's very heartwarming.
Very excited. I'm not used to such photography, and I'm almost ashamed to stand like this in front of this picture, but it was true. I was here.
What does this picture tell you?
All kinds of memories. It was a terrible time, terrible situations. Until you leave it, you don't know what's this.
And imagine, out of this camp, or through this camp, came 52,000. Almost 10% of the Israelis of those days came by way of Cyprus.
And we knew there isn't an end to this. We knew it'll take so much time.
And it was interesting to hear the comments this morning of the life that the people led here in the camps, and the fact that they were detained during that period and couldn't get into Israel as they wanted to do.
We remember our agonies, we remember our defeats, we remember our triumphs, and we remember our friends. Your efforts helped to bring dignity and hope to Jews whose internment in Cyprus was a bitter obstacle to the fulfillment of their dreams.
This plaque reminds us of the difficult days of the late 40s, when more than 52,000 of your compatriots spent hard and difficult days in refugee camps in this country.
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechiyanu v'kiyimanu v'higanu lezman hazeh.
Just pay attention to your left. That's the traditional way of saluting an important boat which is coming to the harbor.
And to see the Carmel Mountain was one of my first memories in my life. Coming now with Keren Hayesod here, it's closing an interesting circle for me. Coming first time as a young baby and coming now as a general director of Keren Hayesod after having a great experience of Cyprus, where we revived an unknown chapter in Jewish history.
Haber estado pudiendo revivir la historia en Kafrisin y ahora llegar a tener un estado y llegar a Israel es realmente muy emocionante.
I think it's fantastic to arrive in Israel to get a part of the feeling which those people had when they came sort of 50 years ago.
And you have done exactly the same way, coming from Cyprus, concentration camps, directly to Haifa, and we welcome you with children, with orchestra, and with a sovereign country, an open city, and of course a Jewish harbor. Welcome.
Terrible to be an immigrant and to be behind barbed wires. I don't envy anybody who is behind the barbed wire. It's terrible to be an immigrant and to be behind barbed wires. I don't envy anybody who is behind the barbed wire.